Hey, what's up? So Piccolo has a technique that I don't think many people know about. What you just saw was me canceling on the first few frames of Piccolo's EX Demon Slicer into his special beam cannon, and then Z changing into another character to beat this jump heavy safe jump. In this video, I'm going to explain how this technique works, how to actually perform it, and what other situations you can actually apply it in. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe to the channel as it really helps the channel grow. Thank you. So let's get straight into it. So if you don't know already, Piccolo has a special move performed by inputting a quarter circle back heavy, which is the EX version of his Demon Slicer. This move by itself has a frame 1 guard point property that is great for getting out of your opponent's pressure, as well as a few other situations. But if your opponent is prepared for this move, they can actually structure their offense in a way to make the EX Demon Slicer completely whiff and make you look really dumb. Take it from me, this move can definitely get yourself killed if used incorrectly. Even though this move has its fair share of flaws, with a little bit of ingenuity, you can actually push this move a little bit further. I wasn't trying to block, so I recalled on an old piece of tech where you actually super cancel on the first 3 frames of Piccolo's EX Demon Slicer into any of Piccolo's supers. The timing on doing this super cancel is quite a tight timing, so it will definitely take some practice, but I recommend doing the super input right after doing the EX Demon Slicer, regardless of whether or not the Demon Slicer actually activates. Do not try super canceling on reaction. So there are 2 main ways to input this technique, and both are very valid methods. The first method would be to simply do a quarter circle back, heavy, and then very quickly input a quarter circle forward into the super of your choice. This is generally the method that I prefer to use, but I also sometimes do the other one by accident. The second method of inputting this technique would be to do an entire quarter circle back and then very quickly after do a quarter circle forward and then press heavy followed by light medium. You have to do these inputs very quickly or it will not register the input for the EX Demon Slicer, and you might even accidentally get EX Demon Elbow. This technique is absolutely insane, as you get to use the guard point properties on the EX Demon Slicer without even fully performing the entire move. Also, if you haven't noticed already, there's something pretty crazy that happens with Piccolo's meter. It actually doesn't even spend the meter on the EX Demon Slicer, and just only spends the meter for the super. So what are the best places to actually apply this technique? In my opinion, the best situation to use this piece of tech is on wake up against safe jump setups in the corner, as they usually have to hit up pretty high to cover up tech. While canceling into the special beam cannon is cool and all, it will unfortunately lose to one of the most basic options in this game because of the super slow startup, which is Vanish. But what if we canceled the Demon Slicer into a faster super like Piccolo's level 3? We would actually be fast enough to punish the startup of the Vanish in this situation. Now this must be a foolproof way to deal with safe jumps then if we have 3 meters, right? Right? Nice. What? So there are clearly some ways to stop this, which leads me to the initial clip that I showed at the beginning of the video to deal with Vanish, which is to simply Z change into another character. For some reason, when you Z change into another character, when the opponent Vanish cancels, they actually track incorrectly and don't appear behind and punish Piccolo, and instead get punished themselves. Also, if they choose to do a Sparking Blast cancel, the Special Beam Cannon will actually punish them in their recovery, which is quite nice. But just be careful, if the opponent does their safe jump at a low enough height, they might actually be able to block or reflect the Special Beam Cannon in time. Though if you have a character like Tien, this won't be an issue because the Z change will still be safe no matter what. Another good situation to use this technique is actually when your opponent makes themselves plus on block with a plus move or Vanish. Though you might ask yourself, what is even the point of the super cancel in this situation anyway? Wouldn't it just be fine to just let the EX Demon Slicer punish the opponent? But a little known fact is that with the correct timing, you can actually option select your block string so that a 2H comes out only if Piccolo does EX Demon Slicer. But you get a different normal if they block, but this isn't an anti-Piccolo guide, so don't worry about that. What? Using the super cancel in this situation though will avoid this and protect you from getting 2H'd while allowing you to switch Piccolo out into another character, avoiding any potential danger. This is a great way to turn around a really bad situation and rebuild some blue life for Piccolo in the back. Also, something to note when doing this technique after blocking your opponent's vanish is because they are only +2 on block, I recommend doing your EX Demon Slicer not as a perfect reversal, but rather one frame slightly later, or else you will be outside of the super cancel window and you will only get a regular EX Demon Slicer. This is a bit hard to time, but with practice it can be done, and it will let you get the Special Beam Cannon cancel. Also, remember when doing this versus a grounded opponent, most characters have access to many more invincible attacks as opposed to being in the air, so make sure to test out what characters can deal with your Z-Change combination if you choose to do this technique versus them. And that's it for the video. Thanks for watching. Do you think this Piccolo technique is worth going for? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you liked the video, please leave a like below as it really helps the channel grow, and I'm trying to upload a video weekly. As usual, thank you all for the support and stay tuned for more.